to talk about the movie It Ends With Us, the one that I was referring to yesterday. First things first, that movie should come with a trigger warning. Anyone that's dealt with domestic violence or, any kind of abuse in the home, whether it was verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, that movie will trigger the hell out of you. And as it did for me. And so I didn't want to speak on my personal story yesterday in the video because I just didn't want to get into it. And I said, I'm gonna leave that out. I don't want to, speak ill of my ex because we're in a good place. We co-parent really, really well. And, and we're good friends now. We just are not good partners. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because the client who shared the movie with me in the first place, she shared this video of this girl on TikTok, which I'm going to share after this, saying how she would have stayed. She would have stayed with Ryle and continued to give him chances. And I see the comments and they're all these women saying they would have kept giving him chances and trying to fix him and forgive him, etc. Here's the video.
I would have taken Ryle back. Because he said he was going to get help. None of my exes said they were going to get help. And I took their asses back.
Also, if any of you have not seen the movie, I may have some spoiler alerts, so please don't continue watching this video if you don't want to, and if you don't want any spoilers. Now, I understand where these people are coming from, saying they would have given him a chance, he wanted to get help, not every man wants to get help. But the thing is, there's so many men, there's so many people that will say they will get help. And they still go back to their old ways because that is their character. It is in them. And it is hard to break free from that cycle. And I'm not saying you can't get help, but it is not up to us to fix a man or anyone for that matter. The problem is with women, because we're so nurturing, we tend to have what's known as the rescuer complex or the fixer complex or the rescuer syndrome, whatever you want to call it, okay? And as empaths, we tend to want to save people, to rescue people, but you have to be able to set boundaries, okay? When you want to keep fixing people that don't want to get the help themselves and that aren't helping themselves, you are putting yourself below them. You're not setting boundaries. And I did that for way too long, okay? I was constantly trying to fix my husband. I would give him chance after chance. It's okay, he'll get better. We went to therapy. We did group counseling. He did anger management. And he was a loving, loving man, just like his character in the movie was to her, right? He never laid a hand on me, okay? But it was a very toxic environment, okay? And I don't want to give him a bad name, but this is the truth of our dynamic, okay? It's not to say he'll be like this with everyone, but with me, this is how our dynamic was. It was toxic, and I am not a victim. I will not say that I am a victim. I am not a survivor. It is what it is. I went through this experience, and I feel like I had to go through it to be where I am today. It taught me so many different things to be able to teach people. That's how I look at it. So I don't want any pity. I don't want anyone saying they're feeling sorry. No, okay? But I dealt with it for too long because I did not have enough self-love. When we don't have enough self-love, that's when we're trying to always fix people and save people. And we don't set boundaries. We're always trying to people please. When you are people pleasing all the time, and trying to save everyone else and, oh, I got this, I can fix them. I can help them. It's good to want to help people, but don't put their needs before your own, especially someone that is toxic to you, especially someone that, because you see the good in them. This is where it can be so confusing because just like Ryle's character, he was really good to Lily. He was very loving. He did everything for her. I mean, again, that movie hit so close to home. He was so loving. He did everything for her. He wanted everything for her. But he had this anger that he could not control. And a lot of times, people with these characteristics, it is hard to break free from that, okay? It is very, very hard, regardless of how much therapy you have. And the more you, as the person who's receiving that anger from that person, the more you endure that, the harder it is to break free. And that's why I honor Lily's character, for breaking free. Like, she was done, okay? There were times where I wanted to do what Lily did earlier on, years ago, okay? And I never had the courage. Why? Because I didn't love myself enough. And because I was thinking, well, he never hit me, but it was still toxic. It was still abusive. It was not healthy, okay? Now, obviously things are so different because we're not together and we have a very healthy co-parenting relationship. But when you don't love yourself, when you don't set healthy boundaries, and the thing is, we always feel, oh, well, this person is so good for me. This person is good to me. They're doing amazing things. But that does not make up for the anger, the toxicity that they're lashing out onto you. Just because people have so many different characteristics in them, right? But that does not mean that we should allow that kind of behavior just because they're also loving towards us. It's not, yes, we compromise in relationships, but you do not compromise your mental health. I unfortunately have PTSD from that because of the things being broken and the things being thrown, right? Even though I didn't get hit, but hearing certain noises, like bah, like loud noises, I freak out, right? It's not just getting scared, I freak out. And again, I'm not a victim. I'm just sharing this with you because of the things that can occur when you try to stay in a relationship for too long that is unhealthy. Do not try to fix someone that just because you feel bad for them. I have so much love for the father of my child, and I do feel bad because I know he's an amazing man. He is so loving, he's so kind, and he's so generous. But there are things that need to be worked on, and I cannot fix that. And this goes for any of you out there. The reason I'm sharing this is because I know so many of you are in these kinds of dynamics where you see the good in people, you see the good in your partner, and yet they have this flaw, right? And I know we all have flaws, nobody's perfect. But when the flaw overrides all the good characteristics, and you don't feel safe, you don't feel good in the dynamic, that is the time to leave. That movie was just like when Lily said at the end, she had the baby in her arms, and she said, I want a divorce. And he was like, but that strength that she had in that moment, I was scared for her. I was literally like this, so scared in my seat at the theater because I was scared of what he was going to do. If he was going to hurt her because she said that. That is the PTSD that we endure if we stay in these unhealthy dynamics. But I want every single one of you, and I know this might be the fixer syndrome in me to help you, but I'm saying this because I have a voice on this platform to help you not stay in unhealthy dynamics. You should never compromise your mental health for anyone just to try to save them, ever. Thank you.